Okay, so I want to phrase this carefully because I think it's a very important subject. We are working on, in partnership, a way to figure out how we can move Just Survive into the joint venture under NantG Mobile. And so what that means is Just Survive, it will, again, there's details to be figured out. I'm not going to be able to answer a ton of questions about this, but Just Survive will continue, and our intention is to put it into a maintenance mode for a moment, but then we want to then work with the community over time and figure out the right way to reintegrate Just Survive as a mode inside of Z1. So there'll be a survival mode. Boom, underneath that, you'll see Just Survive. And there are a lot of sensitivities around what that means for skins and all of that. And I'm telling you now, there's no way we're going to allow skin dilution to take place for Z1. We're gonna figure out and solve how to do the right things. I will tell you this: Just Survive has skins that Z1 doesn't have, and the only way you're going to be able to get them in Z1 is buying it from Just Survive people who have it, who will suddenly be able to do trades. But we have to figure all that out. There's a lot of work. The reason we're sort of getting ahead of any official announcement, so don't consider this an official announcement, is just because we need people to understand that the game is not gonna immediately go away or anything. So, and we're working with Daybreak to figure out what the right steps are for a transition and working closely together on it. So,
yeah, and I'm just going to add, as we talked about in the roadmap, we had a plan to have a PvE mode and have additional content that we were already thinking about. And so, the conversation about Just Survive made a lot of sense when we started to really consider it. And so, we've been talking to Daybreak, and we're all on both sides. We're all trying to figure out how to do the right thing for the community, make sure that we could execute on something, but I do, I think it's important that people see that there's a synergy that's already there with what we wanted to do with Z1.
Yeah, and look, all companies are in support of this. It's very exciting and cool. With that being said, we are very much going to listen to the Just Survive community regarding their needs, what they want to see, what they've been hoping for, and because we know that it's a different animal than Z1 Battle Royale, even though they're related. But we want to empower that community as well, and ultimately sort of bring our total community sort of back together collectively, because I think it can benefit everyone involved across the board. Again, this is going to take some time, but that's what we're going to do. And we're going to appreciate your patience on this, and your support. And this is not the official, technically this Daybreak needs to be the one to officially talk about what this is. But everyone, don't panic anymore. That's all. That's really what I'm saying. Just relax. Everyone's very aware of it, and We're gonna move forward.
And for this is pretty cool moment if this is what's happening, because I mean, Adam, you were on that original team, right? And I think there are other people who are on working with the Nat G team who were around when it was all one game as well, right? So
I was brought on to the team to help make H1Z1.
Yeah.
I was working on PlanetSide 2, and I got transferred to H1Z1 to help build a survival game. That was my job. Use this team to create a survival game. And so we created H1Z1. H1Z1 also had a mode called Battle Royale, and that's what spawned all of this. So it's only fitting that it goes back to exactly what we created in the first place. It just makes sense.
So the potential there is pretty neat, pretty amazing.